All right, zombies, monsters, vampires, and ghouls. We are on episode 4 of Akeem and the Don. Happy Halloween. It is October 2nd. We are going to be talking all things spooky.
What's going on, folks? What's up, Akeem?
What is up, Don?
Chilling, man. Enjoy your little trip there.
Yeah, California was pretty neat. It was very hot, but it was a lot of fun. Got on my first plane.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Turbulence is a real thing.
Oh, how'd that go?
I'm just like, okay, so maybe I'll die.
You still look a little shell shocked from it. You still got this look on
Yeah.
your face, like.
Oh, and the jet lag too.
Oh yeah.
Like by the time we left, it was like kind of like we ended up having like a full day of like kind of like no night because of the time zone difference. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break from a long flight for a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep it at like 2 hours.
Nice.
Tops.
Yeah. Damn, planes are spooky as shit, huh?
Yeah.
Like that's the real Halloween horror.
Really, I was like, there's nothing scarier than this. It's like I'm playing a gamble of my life here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you just don't know what's going to... In 3 seconds, your life could just be over. You know what I mean? It's just like...
Yeah. I hear turbulence happens all the time, and I'm just like... I haven't been on a plane in forever. But I feel like the move is to just sit there and just... I have this thing where I'm not going to freak out about my death until it happens, right? Like, so if I'm on a plane and there's turbulence, I'm just going to sit there like an anime villain and just, man, we're good. You know what I mean? And then just, like, wait until the last second. Ah! Until we hit the ground.
I aspire to get there, but that was like my first time, so I'm like, all right, I'm just testing things out. The flight back was okay. But I mean, like, hopefully, ideally, like, we will be asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it went down. Because I'm going to be the dramatic one, definitely. I'm like, we're all going to fucking die.
Run up and down. Yeah, like the captain, like, don't wake me up. Don't announce it.
Yeah.
Just be like, dude, some of those black box, like, recordings of some of the, like, flights that actually crash.
You listen to those too? I listen to those. Oh, we're on the same page. Go ahead.
I've listened to, like, a few, and it's just horrific because it's like... I mean, I've heard of one where, like, they know they're going down and there's a bunch of kids on the plane. Oh. And the captain, like gives, like, a fucking lullaby or some shit. You know what I mean? Just, like...
Oh, no.
Like, just tries to kind of, like, all right, everybody be cool. You know, here's what's happening. And then just, you know, just keeps everyone, like, calm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's kids on the flights that just, you know, sing them a fucking thing or whatever, right?
That's tragic.
The wild part... Yeah, that's fucked up. And the wild part is... that these dudes are such professionals that, like, so they're in the cockpit and, you know, like they're in the recording and they're like, all right, we're gonna try this.
So calm there usually.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the left wing came off. All right, we're gonna do this now.
Right.
And then they wait until the last second and they're like, oh my god!
And it cuts off. Like, you never actually, what I noticed with it is you never actually hear the plane actually crash. It always just kind of like cuts. You'll hear like that sound it's going to make before it hits, like from the wind or whatever.
Yeah.
But usually they keep calm. There's only a few I heard where they don't. But like, you can hear that the person they're talking to knows already that they're going to go down. That's the thing, is that the person that they're talking, I think they both, I know that this plane is going down in a sense, but they just have to report it.
Yeah, and they're just keeping it cool, like, okay. And then you kind of hear it in their voice a little of, like, it's like great acting. Like, it's Oscar award-winning shit.
Literally.
Because they're just like, well, okay, we're gonna brace for impact and see if we can...
Try this. And then another person is, like, because they can't just go tell the back that's irresponsible. I think that the flight attendants know, too, sometimes. If I'm right, I think some do they? I'm making that up. I'm not 100% sure.
I feel like the head steward has to run up front, like, yo, we fucked her. What's going on?
I wouldn't want to know. If I was a flight attendant, I would be like, I just think, don't tell the people in the back. Like,
just if I'm the captain, I'm like, just get them around drinks. Just go.
Because my flight back for the turbulence of flight attendant actually did tell us make sure we had our buckles on because it was going to be really bad turbulence. I'm like, why couldn't you just say it was going to be turbulence? Why did you have to tell me it was going to be really bad? I'm like, some of us have really bad anxiety out here.
Yeah, I want my captain being like smooth as balls. You know what I mean? Just, hey man, a little turbulence coming up. I know we can't deal with that. You know?
Because if I could go peaceful, if something did happen, that would be... Because the thing is, like, I'm not going to... If I don't know... With a plane, it's almost instant death. Unless it's too short closer to the ground to, you know what I mean, where some people could survive, actually get hurt. But usually from the height, you're already gonna. So just keep it a secret, the best kept secret.
Well, I think what they're shooting for, right, is that if they're just in a nosedive, if they're just fucked, right, if they're, all right, we cannot maintain flight, right? I think their move is, let's level off as best as we can. Yeah, I mean, let's kind of go down, and then, like, all right, let's pull up, and then just scrape the belly of the thing and put the wheels out, you know? And, like, all right, it's going to be, you're right, like, let's try to just use physics to make some kind of landing and maybe some miles.
Because that would be the point. Yeah, and that's how you can get at least probably some survivors if you're low enough, like in the ground.
Yeah.
There's obviously the guy who landed it in the water.
Yeah.
That guy. That's
Sully,
pretty cool.
Sully Sullenberger.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The OG himself.
Yeah. Landed in the Hudson River.
Said, fuck that shit.
Did a barrel roll over the fucking bridge.
Honestly.
No.
Impressive.
Like a loop. Yeah. Yeah, shit. That's the scare. That's some Halloween ass shit right there. You don't talk about fucking spooky motherfuckers.
Yeah, honestly. But I'm here. I'm alive. I'm back in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Now it's just like the horrors of Philadelphia, I guess. You know, you go to one horror, it's just the next. That's just what life kind of is sometimes. Everything can be like really scary.
Just changing genres, right? You're just like, that's funny.
But you saw Halloween, actually, the movie, right?
Yeah. I saw it for the first time my whole life. Earlier today, I watched the 1978 John Carpenter Halloween.
Nice.
I thought it was good. It feels like the movie that every one of those like slasher movies came from. Like you could see inklings in it, you know. Yeah, I feel like I'm killing the bit for when me and Kier do the thing, but fucking.
Well, so would you see any other ones?
What's that?
Would you watch any other ones?
Yeah. How does that work? Like, so that happened. When was the next Halloween movie? Like, did they put one out shortly after to...
So I think, they film, I don't know till when they filmed the second one, but I know the second one takes place the night after.
3 years later? Mm-hmm. And that's like 3 years later is like, that's the time frame within the movie too?
No, it's so cool because the second one picks up immediately that night after he disappears.
Oh, shit.
So 3 years later, and Jamie Lee Curtis at the time... she had gotten a haircut, so they had to give her a bad wig.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I noticed Jamie Lee Curtis was, oh my god, that's the thing that she started in, right? Like
that's what she's, like, most, like, really, like, known for. And actually, she came back for H2O, which is my favorite Halloween. It's the one from 1999.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be 20 years after the first one. And now she's also come back for the, like, Halloween that came out, like, maybe 2 years ago. As a return as well, and then we have Halloween Part 2 from that franchise, which will be coming out in 2 weeks. October 19th, and today is the 2nd, so I'm excited for that as well. Nice. Michael Myers for me definitely is my favorite out of the 4 horsemen of horror. In my opinion, I think the 4 horsemen would be Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, and I think that the 4th is debatable between Chucky and Scream for some people. But some people like Hellraiser too. Do you watch any of those? Have you seen any of those like movies?
Like one, I've probably seen like 1 or 2 from every genre.
Okay.
No Jason in the 4 Horsemen.
Did I bring Jason up?
Nah.
I did say. Okay, so scratch that. Jason, Michael, Freddy, and we'll say Leatherface.
Leatherface. He's from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay.
I think that story is one of the most coolest though, like the Leatherface story, just because it's a bit more based off a real guy, Ed Gein.
Yeah.
So Ed Gein's one of the notorious serial killers, wearing people's skin.
Yeah.
Like killing them, cutting them off and wanting to put their skin. Are trying to like make suits that like are figured after women.
Okay.
So that's, could you imagine? Yeah. Like, see, those are the real scary things that seem more realistic to me. Like someone wanting to kill someone and wear their skin.
Yeah.
There are like reports of that. There are reports of cannibalism. That's serial killers. They're more creepy to me because we probably have one in our neighborhood. You probably have one in your neighborhood.
I could be him.
Like, I mean, honestly, it could. You, hey.
Listen. I mean, I'm not fulfilling my potential here. You know what I mean? There's a slot on film. I should be.
It be your own friends sometimes or your own family members. Every serial killer is someone's friend and someone's family member.
Isn't that funny? Like, I think about that a lot. Like, I'm not worried about people. You know how people, like, gossip about other people? Like, oh, he's shady, she's this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the motherfucker that everyone thinks is fine and is not.
Because there is absolutely always someone somewhere that is like that.
Yeah. Like, the bad motherfucker is, like, you know, someone who's obviously up to something. I mean, just shady and shitty. You know what I mean? That everyone knows. I don't worry. I don't. That motherfucker's never gonna get the drop on. You know. I'm worried about the cat. I'm worried about sitting in my crib and then just boom in like a ninja.
Yep.
Just boom. You know. Just oh shit, it's him.
You're just not even gonna see it coming because like we don't
It's got me.
paying attention to him.
Yeah.
And those people are usually the ones doing the most messed up stuff because they're getting away with it, and they're like, but they're the smartest.
Yeah.
Those are the smartest people. People, I feel like if you get caught doing shit, like you're obviously not as smart as you think you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's people that got it down with science. You know, like fuck, like that's super creepy.
They know body reactions. They know eye contact. They know like just so much for them to be able to get away with what they like get away with.
I do wonder though, because it's like there's always this idea of like someone who's that good at being a serial killer because they're so good at something. I feel like goodness comes from like if you're good at anything, then you just don't do bad things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's an old Socratic. Sorry, I'm sorry. it's an old Socratic argument where, okay, you got this guy, he's like the best lumberjack in town, right? You know what I mean? Or the best carpenter. He's like amazing at some shit, right?
Okay.
And then only a good person who's like pure spirit, like someone who's just, hey, I'm just gonna do it good, right? If someone can master something and do something great, you know what I mean? That there's something in their nature that allowed them to be so good that like it just strays them away from like horrific acts. You know what I mean?
It's a good hobby that they like to enjoy. Yes, there's enjoyment in it.
Yeah, like evil is like sloppy and fucking. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like they're down that route because they're shit at things and they have a shitty nature.
Right.
So therefore, like that's why like stupid ass criminals always get caught. Right.
Right.
They're not good at the things of like, oh, okay, I'm good at something, so I can just do that and make money and I'm all right. You know what I mean? Because they suck. They're like, all right, well, let's sloppily. You know what I mean?
Let's steal, let's rob, let's do, let's kill, they're in a bad route. Yeah.
I wonder if like the criminal mastermind is like a myth, right? You know, like there's the whole, the dude in like a skin suit and he's like creeping through museums to steal a diamond at night. You know, he's like dodging lasers and shit. Like, I wonder if that's really that had to have been a real dude, like an artist, you know? But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that just a one-off? Like, that maybe that's the exception to the rule.
Okay, where it's a one-off because they're getting away with it and too good at it. So it's just like, you got lucky this time because to be, like, cruel, you know what I mean? It's sloppy.
Well, I just think, like, it takes that kind of, like, okay, there is going to be some amount of people who are, like, criminal geniuses and in whatever they're doing, whether it's theft or murder or whatever, that they're just a master at it. And they just, you know what I mean? But like the typical, the dime a dozen serial killer is just a sloppy animal that's like, yeah, I just like doing it. And fucking he's always caught.
Or I think when something messed up happens to someone very skilled, like a doctor.
Yeah.
Or
you have like a green goblin incident.
Yeah, where someone who's good at like... they've put a lot of responsibility on them where they could do all these things because they've trusted them.
Yeah.
And now this person snapped, so now you're fucked basically. Yeah. Because this person knows how to hide evidence, get into evidence, knows how to get away with all these different crimes, and at one time was a good person, but now not. Yeah. And now you've got like an infamous serial killer out here. Yeah,
like when the system fails a good person. Mm-hmm. When there's a good person who is an expert at their craft, and then everything around them falls apart, social circle, career, you know what I mean? Just some sense of like justice in what they're doing. Take like a detective or somebody, right? And just corrupt fucking, police chief and all this shit, right? And so then he's like, well, fuck it. I joined this career to do good shit, and everyone's a fucking shitbag. I can't get anything done. Now I'm gonna turn the now I'm gonna get a little dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna
don't give a fuck anyway. So now then, why should I do good? No, you aren't gonna do me good.
Yeah.
And then and I could see that a lot actually. I could relate in a sense, not in the sense that I would go out do anything crazy.
Yeah.
But in the system, just being like, fuck, and it's like, why even bother? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like every cynic is a former optimist.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they started off here and then they're like,
Because this easily could just change like that. And that's like, scary. You think your uncle's like a good person, your mom is a good person, she's got 20 bodies in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, oh. And now you have to do an interview on the news, and your mom's infamous, and you're like, oh yeah. Did you see anything weird about her? Were there any signs? Yeah. It's like, no, she just cooked dinner every night after work, as far as I was concerned.
Yeah. I thought the Unabomber case was very interesting.
The Unabomber case?
Yeah, Ted Kaczynski.
Texas? Wait, are you talking about that?
Ted Kaczynski, he was the Unabomber, the guy from the 80s and 90s. No. So Ted Kaczynski... he was like a former, I think he was like a Harvard graduate or some shit. He was a real educated dude. And he was what you would consider a Luddite. Like he was he thought technology was ruining society. So what he did was he moved out into like some weird state like North Dakota or some shit. Out in the middle of fucking nowhere. He lived in this little cabin. It was isolated even for people out there, right? And he built bombs and mailed them to people. Like, he went to a local library, he'd pick up, like, newspapers and books, and he'd read shit. And when he read something he didn't like by some kind of, like, just anybody in the public eye or, people putting out research and shit, he would slowly just manufacture a bomb, put it in the mail, and I think, like, 4 bombs went off and just, somebody got killed, other people got wounded from it.
Damn.
Yeah. And eventually... what happened was he sent his the Unabomber manifesto. He sent it to I believe the New York Times, and then they published it. It's available. Yeah, it's available online. Like, I read it, and what's fucked up is he makes a lot of good points. Like,
they usually do.
It's like that meme of like when the villain in the anime is making a good point, and the dude's like pouring a drink. What?
It's tea.
I'm reading it and I'm like, he makes all these like 40 different bullet points, and I'm like, by the time I got to 10, I'm like, I really fucking agree with this guy. This is fucked up. But
it's like the way you went about it, not good, but like, yeah.
He makes this point, like he wrote this, he had it, he had it distributed in the 90s, and like usually newspapers and television, like they won't put shit out like that, but the FBI told the Times or whoever published it, they said, yeah, it's just. This time we should do it because this is his demands and he's gonna do something if we don't. You know what I mean? Like they made an exception.
Oh.
Like put this thing out there. This is fucked
That sounds like something like the comic books might have been inspired by.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
Yeah.
The whole bomb and then having demands thing. That sounds very the Joker from Batman. Like.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm gonna look up that case actually because I look up stuff like that all the time in general just because. I don't know. I like to see why people do the things that they do. Because I feel like there's a reason for it. I don't think anyone just does fucked up shit just to do fucked up shit.
Yeah. I think he thought he was doing something right by, like, basically, conducting unilateral warfare against the fucking, society. And just saying, he, like, wrote, there was a couple other letters he wrote that got published. And his brother ended up, like... just seeing the Unabomber's material in media and being like, that could be Ted. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of was like, that sounds like that fucking dude. You know what I mean? He just, what's it called? Yeah, so the dude went to the FBI and said, this could be my brother. And then they went to go find him. And he was building another bomb. And
he wasn't expecting that too. Yeah, your family knows you.
Yeah. Like
that's good on his brother to do that because like some won't rat their family out or their blood out.
And he didn't even know it was him. He just the tone just kind of fit the archetype. Like, this is obviously a an educated, intelligent guy, that kind of shit, you know. And he represented him when he went to court. He didn't even take a lawyer. He represented himself. He got the death penalty, but I think he got it. I forget, but yeah, he didn't do good. It wasn't like, oh yeah, he defended himself. What a genius. He he got the worst deal.
I mean, yeah, for that time, and the death penalty is. I don't personally agree with the death penalty. I think that people should suffer out their sentence, and like death is the easy way out.
Yeah.
But that's something like he's definitely stamped in history with all the other like serial killers. He's just different in a different way. I'm definitely gonna look. Him up because he seems like more interesting. Yeah. Not to say that like murder like isn't. Well. Yeah. In a sense, I feel like we are a little like people love crime and all murder and all that other stuff. So I was actually watching. I watch Bailey Sarian. So she does like makeup on YouTube and then tells like murder mystery stories in general.
Right.
And one of the stories she was looking up was the history behind. So have you ever heard this? Your parents ever when you got candy, trick or treating after they wanted to check it to make sure there aren't razors and stuff like in it. Yeah. And you have to wait so long to get your candy. It drives you like crazy. So it's based off of a real story, but technically it never happened.
Oh, it's a myth.
It's a myth that grew. So it's really just about a man who poisoned his own son. You know the little long stick sugar candies? They're like it's a long little stick and has nothing but sugar in it.
It's just a big plastic tube. Yeah, and you pinch it at the top, and the big. They're called pixie sticks.
Pixie sticks. That's exactly what it was.
And then they made the fucking jumbo ones like maniacs.
It was a jumbo one. He's put some kind of poison inside of it, then stapled it back or something like that. Gives it to his son. Acts like he got it from a neighbor or somewhere, but he really just killed his son because he wanted the insurance on his son.
Oh,
crazy! The insurance was only like $10,000. Like it wasn't even that much, but he wanted that money, so he killed his son and tried to blame it on one of the neighbors.
Jesus Christ!
And while they were trying to search for who the person was, the stories were like, oh, someone's poisoning children's candy. You have to check and make sure everything else. After a while, he got caught. I forget why he got caught, but either way, like then the story evolved, and it became, oh, they put razors in the candy. They put, you have to check it. And as a kid, that annoyed me, but I also like when I got a little older, I was like, ooh, like what if you like bit like a razor? Funny thing, actually, in Halloween 2, which eventually I'm sure you'll watch. The kid does end up biting a razor from it being in his candy, and it actually looks really gruesome. But just to think that like a story I thought mostly my whole life was real wasn't. There was no case you can look up of really a man poisoning children's candy and or putting razors in it, except for this guy. The only reported one.
Once you realize like Gen X is just full of idiots, and just their whole culture is like it's all built on bullshit and these myths. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, dude.
It's a pretty good, I would say, myth though, because it seemed like it could be believable. But again, no one cares about when you think about it. Older, like no one cares about kids. Just like they're not gonna give drugs. Like, they're giving people they're giving your kids pills. It's like drugs are expensive. No one's giving your children drugs.
Yeah, who's doing it? Dude, acid's $10 a tab. Like, who
I promise you.
Who is over here like, kids, fucking...
Right. Let's get these kids high and waste this money. No.
Yeah. There was that one case of, it was like this random act of terrorism. This lady, I guess she bought like some aspirin, like some Advil or some shit, and unsealed it and put like poison, like replaced it with some kind of poison or whatever, and put it back on the shelf in a drugstore, and like people were dying in this one town. I forget if it was one person or a few, but that's when they came up with the whole, hey, if it's tampered with, don't do this. You know what I mean? Just it's got to have the cotton with the thing on it.
Oh, that's where that came from?
Yeah. That whole, like, secure system with just really anything now, because you can do that with anything. Mm-hmm. You could just walk into the fucking ice cream aisle and just...
then lick it like they were doing in those videos, which is also very disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, it really, these weirdos just fuck up like a whole... Like, dude, just let the market be? You know what I mean? Like, do I want to walk in, grab whatever? Cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's stupid shit. Do some other dumbass shit. Don't do this. Like, come on now. Like, it's just.
But the truth is, like, it just creates this mass paranoia when you should just walk into any store, get anything, and don't worry about it. Trick or treating, because then, like, you know, the terrorists win. If you can't go out and trick or treat and fucking like that, my parents never checked my candy as a kid.
Lucky,
obviously, but like they were like, yeah, dude, who the fuck's, you know what I mean? Like, sure, maybe one, but like, if it's one isolated incident that you just hear about and then it just becomes a hype. There's 350 million people in this country, like, and it happened once, like, it's a statistical non-existence.
People, like, some people have an enjoyment of panic. Not an enjoyment, but, an attachment to panicking. I feel like that's what my mom kind of was. Like, because you're right. Like, it's just, it hasn't happened anywhere. You know, it's one isolated incident for you to just get in that time. I got to check out. I'm like, girl, you spent a whole hour looking through all this damn candy. Because I wasn't playing when I trick or treat. I'm getting every house. I'm not happy unless I have a full bag of this shit.
Yeah, people love the idea of protecting the cave or the tribe, and you know what I mean. Like like our caveman brains kind of work. Mm-hmm. So when something like that happens, they're like, "I'm the defender of the fucking family. I'm gonna
Captain America."
Yeah, I'm gonna check the candy. I'm gonna fucking, you know, I'm gonna pick you up right from school. Remember that? Like, I don't get that. Like, kids used to just walk to school. I swear to God, I seen like a second grader on the orange line once. You know what I mean?
Yo, that takes me out though. Like, sometimes it'd be like a little like I didn't catch I don't know, maybe different generation. I didn't catch the train by myself till I was like fifth, fourth grade.
Yeah.
But you said a second grader on the orange.
It was like, I swear to God, little man was going to kindergarten, dude, and he was just on the fucking subway, and he knew his shit, and he was just going. He might have been like second, third, fourth, whatever, you know. But like, he had his shit. You could see him and say, okay, that's a dude. His head's on a swivel. He knows what's up. Right. Yeah, and it's just also there is like some safety and not like everyone's seen him walk on. Everyone knows he's alone, so all the adults in the area are
alert to make sure.
They're like, all right, he's cool. If some random stranger walks up to him, and then everyone knows, fuck him up, right? You know? But it's like a whole generations did that up until like around our generation. Like the older half of our generation just they were outside, we did what we want. And all of a sudden it became this thing of like, keep your kid monitored at all times, low jack and fucking, you know what I mean?
Kids are a lot, you have to give them more credit. I saw when we were kids, more credit. Yeah. Most of the time I didn't get lost in it. Like, I knew where to get, the panic was put on me. Like if something else will happen to me, you know what I mean? Don't talk. I mean, I wasn't gonna talk to strangers. Like, I kind of common sense to me is like, I'm not gonna talk to you, weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, we already think adults are weird.
It's good when you got a lot of friends and you're rolling like 5-10 deep everywhere you go. That's a whole different thing. The kids are untouchable most of the time in those situations. It's just you're good. But yeah, there are these like crime in general since like starting from like 1990 has just gone down. But like there's more panic than ever. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
I think a lot of us are also too lazy to fucking pull this shit anymore. Like, I feel like at this point, even the people who do crime are tired.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even feel like this fucker today. I'm gonna stay in. I'm not even gonna rob them today. Like, I think too much else going on.
I think when times are good, I think criminals just give it a rest. They're just like, all right, there's got to be like a crime season, right?
Yeah, probably, right?
I bet it starts in the summer.
I feel like people who also doing crime just are able to scam these past 2 years too, though. So you don't gotta just like
it's been a whole different
take out
thing.
a loan, don't rob a bank.
Yeah, right. I heard New York's been fucked up since the pandemic. Though, like I heard like ridiculous muggings and robbings and shit since everything got shut down. I heard that's been worse, but like except for the pandemic, like just because these are extenuating circumstances. You know what I mean? It's just like. All right, well but once that's over, where are we at as a society? I think we're better off.
New York seems like a good place to mug somebody too, though. Yeah, like in Manhattan.
I heard crazy stories of like a dude will dress like a fucking rabbi and he'll be like, under the hood of his car looking like he's fucking with something. And then somebody walks past and then bam, fucking gets him.
That's creative.
Yeah, isn't it? Or like he asks him a question and he gets him in a position.
How about the guy who's dressed like a woman? He had a wig and like a big dress, and he decided to rob the like convenience store.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
look up. It's funny. It reminds me of the episode of Powerpuff Girls where there's these three dudes dressed in like costume versions of
yeah.
That's what
yeah. Who's Green Buttercup?
Green is Buttercup, yeah.
Just brown ass black dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The black dude with the arms.
Yeah. Booze on his breath the whole night, just fucking.
That's who I think of. Oh, priceless.
That is fucking funny.
That would be me robbing the bank, honestly.
That's fucking wild. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's why I don't watch horror movies, because like actual life is scary.
Serious. You don't like really. I think that's my relief is to watch that probably honestly, because that's less scarier.
Yeah. It's like, oh boy, let's relax with a slasher film. Let's watch Jason, tear through the lake and murder.
I think they're also originally they were movies to help people get laid. Like a guy takes the girl to the movie theater to drive him to the movie theater, and he knows that like she's got to jump on him to touch him and grab him and be scared and be like, oh, and he knows he's gonna get some that night. Yeah,
it's very interesting that like, so like speaking of Halloween, like there's that one scene with the chick, like the first chick that gets murdered or whatever, and like she's chilling and like what the fuck happens? Like it's a very clumsy. Like, by the time they got around to the 90s, they perfected the slasher titty movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, because it was all like, there was titties and there was like teenagers making out and all this shit. And it was like, it was hot, But like, what they did in Halloween was, I think she spilled some shit on herself. And then she like she had a shirt. And she's walking around in a shirt and long socks. And then they did the step bro thing where like she got caught in the window. Mm-hmm. Oh, can you move my foot? Yeah. And it was like, dude, man, like it was interesting, dude. It was like watching monkeys trying to make a fire. You know what I mean? It was just like these are the building blocks of what would become the fucking, the Crystal Lake. There's like 3 or 4 like
the
couples.
Psychos, Black Christmas, like all, yep.
And it's very interesting that like that's how these films work and I forgot that part. The whole time it's like these chicks are like calling up dudes and like, ooh, I babysit, so I gotta spot the fuck at.
Yeah.
And like,
it's a formula.
Yeah, and like there was even a part like it was funny because the one chick was like, hey, and she was babysitting the girl, and she's like, hey, I'll set up something where you can go hang out with a old boy across the street or whatever. Roll with me, and that helps her like call up another dude or some shit. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like.
She's like, I'll do this and like go ahead and get out laid over there. I'll take care of everything. Being a homegirl, like you know what I mean.
It's like, hey, you want to hang out with Tommy or whoever? So I'll set that. And then when she gets there, she's like, hey, I'll talk to dude for you on Monday if you like. She's really like brokering
plotting.
Yeah, it was really fun. And like the main chick, Jamie, she was like, okay, if you talk to him, I'll suck your dick. I'll do whatever you want. Yeah, it was just like. Yeah, it was just, it was so funny. But, like, yeah, man. Yeah.
They shot that in 3 weeks, too. But
something throw, fuck.
Yeah, well, I think horror movies don't take as long to shoot because they're, like, straight to the point. They don't need as much, well, usually back then they didn't need as much CGI and different stuff like that. Plus, it's an easy I feel like it's a quick, easy formula, too. You just need a killer, kills, and naked woman, apparently.
Yeah.
Like that has to be that time frame. You have to have boobs.
Yeah,
for no reason either.
I love when the nipples are just at the bottom of a frame of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's perfect because I'm like, it's not pornography. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not softcore pornography.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you just gave the nipples just right there. Like the blanket's covering the rest, and there's nipple, and I'm like,
for no reason.
Yeah.
And like you could tell that they're so serious about their camera angle. Like they take that shit seriously too, even if it's a shower scene.
Yeah. And
it's like watching it when I was younger with my mom was so uncomfortable too. I can see how if you're a teenager, but like, what about us kids who shouldn't be watching this but are with our parents?
You know what? That's a whole thing. That's a whole other aside where it's like, dude, Kids and parents should not be watching television again.
No.
I just remember being a kid. Dude, can I tell you? Like, you know the show Shameless?
Mm-hmm.
One day, I come downstairs, and my mom's like, hey, you gotta see this new show. Check this out. It's called Shameless. She's like, watch. And she turns it on from the start. And I'm like, Mom, I got a boner right now. They were like, why you got me watching fucking Shameless with you? Like, can I just go watch this on my own? Like,
you know? Here's porn.
Yeah. And I'm at the age, we're both at the, where it's like, it's not a big deal. That's fine. But it's still, there's still that slight, like, you know, if I was like 18 or 20, I'd be like, oh, why are you showing me this shit?
Yeah. It
was just the weirdest thing, you know what I mean? It's just, but yeah, when you take that to the adolescence, and it's like, all right, like you be watching movies and shows, like please please don't even get like kind of cute, because my mom or dad's right there, and I don't want to look at them and broach that like that topic of like one day I will fuck.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the feeling.
You don't want to talk. It's like you don't want to have a conversation about how you fuck your girlfriend or boyfriend in front of your parent. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to be near, or when you're in that mindset, you don't want to be near your parent like that.
Yeah.
Like, which is why
I heard.
Really get it.
Yeah, I heard a story about a chick that, you know, like girls grow up and they have their dad around, and then like they hit a certain age, and like this chick was like watching like a tampon commercial. And her whole life changed because her pop was there. She's watching the thing. And then it's all... You can't hide the fact. She's like, oh my God. He knows I have a vagina now. You know?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's just a weird thing of like, hey, we were all just cool. Just, you know what I mean? I go, man, we're parents and all this shit and I'm a kid. You know what I mean? And then once that topic comes onto the table, it makes it very uncomfortable for the kid, and it's just like, oh God, I gotta get, and now it's like I gotta get the fuck away from you now. You know what I mean? It changes the whole dynamic.
And it does change. Like once that you get into that point, and I think that's why like moms usually don't force the father to have to even grab the like tampons and different things and all that kind of stuff like that, because it definitely does change it. And the same way for me, I think needing condoms and different stuff like that change. Like me and my mom's relationship are great, and obviously like. It's the same, but in some senses, like once knowing that I you know, it's just like we change. It's like I'm your son, but now I'm like I'm your son.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like I'm definitely going out, getting drunk, drinking beers, and fucking.
Yeah,
like you know, let's not get that confused.
It's like, Mom, your boy's knocking him down
right.
all around town. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't need to know that, but
right. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
When I say I'm staying out, it's definitely not to, you know, I'm studying.
Can you imagine the type of dude to like go out and be like, hey, Ma, don't wait up. I'm trying to fuck some whore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like, I'm getting...
Going out to go fuck a couple bitches. I'll be home tomorrow. Like,
hey, you know your friend or whatever? I'm trying to fuck her daughter. See ya.
Just so you know.
Yeah, wish me luck. I'm trying to finger something tonight. Right. You know, just...
I'm horny as fuck. I'm out of here. I'm gonna.
That shit's so funny, man. But yeah, dude. It's just back to it. It's just like, God, I never want to watch. You know, nowadays it's cool, but as a kid, yeah, dude, I never wanted to see that shit. Horror or fucking on TV. And then you watch Jason, and then like my pop and his girl in the room, and I'm like, dude, we gotta have an adult. I gotta turn into an adult for this shit. Like, we gotta. I don't want to be, you know, that's what it is. It's just, hey, man, turn fucking SpongeBob on.
Yeah.
Even that's fucked up in some time. You know what
like
I mean?
you got to deal with the whole situation and thinking about that. It's like too now. You know what I mean? This could have been such a simple feel that now is like everywhere because of this interaction that like shouldn't have had that happen.
Yeah. It
kills me when they parents try to like cover the screen when it's nude or something like that too.
Yeah.
It's like you got me watching this already.
Yeah. You know what though? If I had a son, I mean, I would just be like, I feel like no matter who I'm talking to, when I gotta broach some kind of uncomfortable truth, I'm just like, look, man, here's what it is. You know what I mean? I feel like I would do good at that. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, look, man, you've had the internet for a while, and I know what you've seen it. You know, just be cool. You know what I mean? Don't jerk off too much. You know, wrap it up. You know, unless she's cool. You know,
right?
They're like, I don't even know how you tell a kid that, because I never fucking wrapped it up. You know what I mean? I always rolled those dice.
But you're
Like-
supposed to say it. You know what I mean? It's like don't do
Yeah.
as I say, not as I do. In a sense, like
Yeah.
we were incredibly irresponsible, I'm sure, but we wouldn't tell our kid that.
I feel like I'd tell my kid to pull out.
Really?
I have to. There's no way I could just be like, yeah, dude.
And then when I guess like see if C's the guy. So he's, what about the baby situation? That's not gonna be on you, I guess, though.
Yeah, like listen.
But if it was a girl, then the baby situation definitely is more on the parents because they have to keep them then. So it's just like.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want my son to get like not trapped, but I don't want him to get
Yeah, that's the word.
So I'm like, yeah, if you can, or make sure she's on like birth control or something, or like,
yeah,
just be wise about, you know what I mean. Same thing for my daughter. I'd be like, girl, don't let these niggas get you pregnant either. So like,
yeah,
make sure you do what you need to do.
It's fucked up. I mean, it is a thing. It's tougher with a son though, because like, if your son goes out and knocks a chick up, y'all have zero say about that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a daughter and she gets pregnant, all right, what do you want to do?
Right. That's what I say. It's more on the yep.
Yeah, you actually have some level of influence. You want to have them? Fine. We got options though.
Yeah. But you might not even find out with the boy. You might not find out until like the baby is hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I would keep that a secret until I had to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's some of the scariest shit of all, huh? That's the spookiest shit we could think of.
And for all you know, you could have children. Talk about spooky. For all you know, you could have kids out here you don't even know about because it's all up to the woman to be out, or if she even knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, ooh, I'm not sure if this is, but I'm not gonna say nothing with their new partner, and he's taking care of somebody else's baby.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, shit, I'd probably be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave this as is.
This
is your son.
That's the upside to hooking up with chicks that are already like they got a man.
Mm-hmm.
Is that if something happens, I kind of got to get out of jail free card.
Right.
Like, you're with homeboy, he loves you. You know what I mean? Like,
stay a happy family.
Yeah, just hey man, a blessing. He thought he was sterile. I guess miracles did happen.
That baby come out looking black though. It's just
yeah. Comes out with a full head of hair, looking like the Don and shit, smoking a butt. You know what I mean? Fucking.
It's like this ain't my motherfucking baby.
Oh god.
Yeah. So what do you gonna do any Halloween parties or anything you think, or the trick or treating? I haven't went to one in 2 years.
Actually, ain't a bad idea. I might just empty out the crib for the night, just invite people over, do some shit.
That would be dope. I will come if you do that.
Here we go. Yeah, I'll do some shit.
I'm trying to get dressed up, get beer. I haven't been to a good Halloween party since I was a teenager, honestly.
Shit. You know what, dude? I'll fucking throw something.
You should.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a plan.
I'll help. I'll help.
Yeah.
We should.
Hey, just
honestly.
swing through, bring whoever. Fucking, I'll invite a bunch of other cats and we'll just fucking chill out, drink, do whatever. You know what I mean? Just,
okay.
I'll clear all this shit out.
Sorry, guys. We just manifesting a party. That just kind of that wasn't.
We're speaking it into existence. Right. Yeah, Halloween party's cool. There's no trick or treaters around here. Now I'm out in the burbs.
I'm surprised, really.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, a dude showed up with like 3 kids. I gave them candy, and he's like, "Hey, you got something for pops?" And like I gave him.
He said, "You have something for pops."
I gave him a beer. Like you could tell he was a boot. You know what I mean? Like just the way he said it. Yeah, I got something for you. Hang on. I gave him like a fucking, I forget, some shit.
Oh, bet.
I think I hit him with a few Miller Lights or some shit, cans. He's like, yeah, buddy. Yeah.
That's genius. I don't know why. Like, when I take my niece out, I'm like, you got something. Well, I'm not pop, so I don't know that. Like, you got something for an unk.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. That's funny because we're younger dudes, but like, we're not used to, we're not used to giving ourselves those titles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do it sometimes. I'll be like, yo, what's up? Daddy's here. You know what I mean? I got some dad. You know what I mean? Like, I say it to, like, get laughs, though. You know what I mean? Like,
you can pull it off, though. You can pull off like...
I pull it off so smooth, too. Like, just anyone says something like, oh, man, check you out. Yeah. Hey, you know, Daddy delivers. You know? When you don't skip a beat like that,
you gotta have the confidence, right? You gotta have a confidence with it.
Yeah.
To be able to pull it off. Because if you don't.
That shit's funny. Yeah, we are of that age, dude. Fucking. We're some stepdaddy looking motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Your birthday is actually this month, too, as well.
Oh,
right?
yeah. 7 days. 7 days is all she wrote.
And your turn in, if you do you mind, or we stay away from that?
A lady never reveals her age.
Smart man. I'm not either.
I'm turning 35 this year.
Okay.
Pow! What's up? I'm about half dead.
Like a quarter?
Yeah.
Anything planned?
Fucking enjoy the rest of my life. Enjoy my free time.
Right. Stay alive. Stay blessed. Like, yeah.
You get to my age, you're like, dude, no gifts, no fucking parties. It's your day to yourself, dude. I wake up on my birthday. I'm like, fuck yeah, I ain't doing anything today. I'm chilling in the crib playing some League, some fucking Crusaders Kings, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just nerding out all day. That's my perfect birthday. It has been for a couple years.
Nice.
I did a thing a couple years back. Invited all my friends out. I went to this bar so far outside of Philly. It was cool. Like, it was alright, but I'm like, that's the last time I just want to.
After a while, you do sometimes. Not everybody wants to be around, you know. Yeah. If that's your treat, that's sometimes the only time you really do get to be like, hey, I just want my peace and time where I could do that.
Yeah. I am becoming such a fucking Grinch, though. Maybe I should do a little something. You know what I mean? Like,
probably.
I'll save it for the Halloween party. That's what I'll do. We'll just knock it out then.
Right? Like, honestly, it's in October, so, like, yeah. Mix that in a little bit. That would probably be a good idea.
I used to do October itself used to be my birthday. Like when I was as a late teen, early 20, I'd be like, it's October, it's my birthday, but like I always made up excuses to go booze with people. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
as you should.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like at my old spot where we always do parties, it was like it got to be an every weekend thing. So we started naming it. You know what I mean? We're like, all right, well, what are we gonna do this time? It was. So, we just picked everybody's birthdays. All right, her birthday. But we'll all just do the same shit we're going to do anyway. Okay. You know? There was one day I wanted to get everybody together to, like, drink and barbecue and chill. And it was my 12,000th day of life coming up.
12,000th day.
Yeah, it was my 12,000th day. And I said, you know what? It's my 12,000th day. It's like a different kind of birthday. Let's celebrate that. Actually, my 13,000 days coming up in May next year. So we're going to do it big then. Those are my new birthdays. Just every 1,000 days I have a thing.
I like that.
Isn't that funny?
That is.
Yeah. I stole that off of Mark Zuckerberg.
Really?
Yeah. For his 10,000... his 1 billionth second, which comes close to your 10,000th day. He celebrated by having like a really tiny glass of like liqueur or some shit. He was like, I'm going to celebrate. And then my nerd brain heard that and was like, you can celebrate everything.
Anything, right?
10,000 days, 1 billion seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. So I kind of went deep on that and was like...
20,000 billionth breath that you took. Or stuff like that.
Let me think. I think you're about 72 years old by the time you're on your 2 billionth second. So, yeah. So there's a couple... You can squeeze a few other birthdays in your life. You know what I mean?
I think personally you should milk your birthday month for the month. Like, I mean, but that's because I'm not only extra, like, there's a word for what I am. But either way, you should milk, I think everyone milk that for that month.
Yeah.
However much free shit, attention, and whatever else you want to get that month. Are you crazy not to take advantage of it? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to milk this out until December.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. Or get away with shit. Oh, it was my birthday. That's why. It was my birthday.
Right. Damn, he's just been turned up all fucking season.
Don't give me a ticket, officer. It's my birthday. It was my birthday a week ago.
Yeah. He's looking at it like, yeah. Dude.
Use it for what you can, man.
Yeah. The challenge is as you get older, it's like, because like to me at my age now, I don't want to go to any random bar or any random club to go do a thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's got to be doing big. Like, it's got to be we're going out of town, we're hitting something, you know what I mean? Like we have we're going to an island or fucking Dominican Republic or some shit, right? We got a thing going on. That's the challenge. When you're just able to drink, it's like every weekend's like, oh man, we're going to Hammerheads, buddy. Like we're all fucking, you know what I mean? We're hitting the strip, right? You know, Philly's got strips of bars, you know?
Fishtown.
Yeah, and it's just, yeah. And it just becomes the move of just like, that's cool. But when you're my age, it's like, all right, man, you still want, like, it's not exciting. It's like the dude that doesn't get out of bed for less than 10 grand. You know what I mean? It's just like, we gotta hype it up.
What can we do to get him out?
Yeah, that's a challenge to get older.
I would think it maybe makes it a little bit more meaningful and fun though too. If you're not someone who does want to do it that often, when you do, maybe it means a lot more. Because like you said, when you're younger, it's just like we're just doing the same thing and giving excuses, I guess, in a sense.
Oh yeah.
To just get messed up.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of my younger self because I was just happy to go out and see my friends and booze. Like
same.
Yeah. Now I'm like I don't even want to get drunk sometimes. You know what I mean? It just. And I was drinking the other night, and the next day I was like, ugh, just a zombie trying to get through the day. Like, fuck.
Or agree to, like, plans, and then you're like, ooh. It gets closer to that moment, and I'm like,
you know what's funny? Like, I was ragging on you about, like, how you're always late every time. You know what, though? It's the most courteous thing you can do is be late to shit, right? Because think about when you're early to something, you always catch the dude off guard, all right? If you say you're going to be here at 3 and you're at like 2:30, 2:45, it's like, oh, fuck, I thought I had some time to myself. I thought I had a minute to shift into social mode, you know? So, like, the fact that it's like I get to warm up, you know what I mean? It's like an hour ago, okay, cool, I'm good.
You already got everything instead of the person. You're absolutely right.
I don't have to take as much time tidying up and doing shit, and then I'm so ready by the time you show up. I'm like, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Like, it's like you've already been here for an hour. I've been prepared for you.
And especially me, I'm a last minute guy. So, like, I say you're going to be here at 3, at 2:45. I'm just like, even though you said you're going to be here at 3, so I'm still rushing and trying to get it. And you would catch me definitely off guard in last minute because that's what we're looking for. Procrastinate.
Yeah.
I'll wait last minute to do anything about everything unless literally it's like something for somebody else. With me, I'm like, I can get to it.
Yeah. And that's the key to it. I realize, like, you guys show up, you know what I mean? Like, your time frame usually gets pushed back. And so me as a procrastinator, I feel good because I'm like, cool, once I know you're on the way, that's when I do my shit. Mm-hmm. So I just stay, you know, if I was, like, super anal about it, like, oh, man, I got to get everything together, it would suck. But I figured it out. Oh, yeah, just wait for them to be on the way and then do my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I try to be like, all right, this is when I'm leaving the Uber. So it's like... Yeah. It's like looking like, just to make sure, right?
Yeah, it is, because people who don't realize that, they get all bent out of shape, like, oh my god, I cooked the thing, and now it's cold. Mm-hmm. And it's like, nah, just play their game, you know what I mean? Just match the energy. They're gonna chill, you chill.
Be smart, like...
It's like, I like chilling, too, so it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Work harder, not smarter, right?
Yeah.
What did I say about you? I was like, it says something about the company you keep.
Yeah.
Something about other people being late. Yeah. I realize this for me. It's like, I guess color people time is a thing. Like, I always said no, but now I'm starting to be like, maybe you're right. Because I'm the one setting the time, too. It's like, no one's putting my gun in my head. Like, oh, you have to be here at this time. But I'm like, okay, I'll be here at this time, and I'm not. Yeah. It's like, bro, why didn't you just give yourself an hour?
Yeah. I want to talk about that, too. Like, I feel like black folk are doing it the right way when it comes to color people time. Because it's just this thing of, like... here's what I imagine. I was in Ocean City a couple months ago. I woke up, I went to Wawa at like 5, 6 in the morning, right? It's everyone's vacationing, right? Mm-hmm. I walk in, it's all white people in there just getting coffee and getting ready, and they're all moving like the worker ants that they are for the anthill, you know? Like, that's how I see them. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, no wonder we took the fucking world over, dude. These maniacs, right? And then what I imagine black folk do is kind of like wake up, I'm a little like you guys. This is generalization, but I feel like you kind of wait and you're like, okay, I made this snooze. Let me chill, man. I'm kind of, you know what I mean? Like, you take care of yourself. You're like,
that's that right. Me, let me make sure I'm good and give myself a second, so I'm not looking like a crazy ass maniac right outside.
Because it's like it's the vibes that matter first. Because like wake up, I'm gonna take a shower, dang, lotion up, chill out. Look, you spend some time in the mirror, like I got it. You know what I mean? I'm looking nice. And then it's like, all right, cool, I ain't too late. You know what I mean? Let me hit the bus, let me do whatever. And it's just this thing. Even if you're a little bit late, right? The benefit of just being relaxed from the moment you wake up and getting ready and doing that shit, you live such a better and less like a stress-free life.
Right.
Hey, 5-10 minutes. Hey, man, listen, I bring my life to this place.
And you have a better shift now because you didn't give yourself all that damn chaos.
Yeah.
I think it's incredibly impressive also is because even non-black people have a sense of like, oh, black people time. So someone will think it's a negative that they think that, okay, you say you'll be here at 5, I'm assuming you're really going to be here at 5:15, 5:25. Yeah. Now that you just kind of did my work for me in a sense, and that means that you believe in color people's time too, and it's not just me. Yeah. So it kind of benefits in a way where, yep, I did get there at that time, and I'm not stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
One thing it kills me when I see people like looking like they're about to have a heart attack over, getting ready to get to their job. It's just like, because things are gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you're catching the train and stuff like that, or bus, little teeny, you know what I mean? I'll see people in the bus like literally about to cry, and like I'm like, yo, life is not supposed to be like that. Like you letting these people make you cry. I refuse to let an industry make me cry over a 5-minute thing. You've literally given your time clock of your lifespan to this place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually bonkers like that a boss would demand that, hey man, oh dude, you're 3 minutes late. Like, dude, fucking,
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like getting mad at yourself for like, you have $100 in your pocket and like you drop a quarter. God damn it, that quarter it means the world for some reason. What's the way? I still got $100 in my pocket. I'm fine. Right. It's like, dude, if I show up for an 8-hour shift and I'm just getting in on the buzzer or a minute or 2 or 3, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, like, that little bit of, like, it doesn't benefit the organization at all, because as a boss, I'm like, dude, I want my people rolling in like, all right, everything's cool. You know what I mean? Just throw me a text if you're going to be like 20, 30 minutes late, something like that. But like, yeah, if it's like, dude, oh man, I'm up your ass over this 2 minutes. It's like, dude, no one's happy. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off for no reason. There's very little productivity to be gained in those 2 minutes. And you're a happier guy when you just say, hey man, I just woke up and I just came in. You know what I mean? I didn't try to rush. I didn't go too slow. I just kind of went through the flow of life and just got here.
People think too much into the exact like moment right then instead of the whole like I guess just in that second instead of like the whole flow, because in the second you're trying to get yourself all angry, and like you said, it'll make the other person's shift not be good because of it, when you easily could just do what you said and be like, all right, I'm not going to make a big deal about this. It's only one damn 2-3 minutes late, so this doesn't mess up your shift. So the whole shift has gone well. You probably made more money. Everybody's more happier because you thought of it as a whole instead of just the second of being like irritated, which is like, because there are some managers who just have a power trip, and it's not even like they care it affects the shift. Yeah. They just, any opportunity to like tell someone, hey, I'm manager, they will. And I've had in the restaurant industry, there are like tons of people like that.
They feel like they need to keep a tight ship. So they're like, I'll whip. It's the broken windows theory. I gotta keep crack on the 1 minute, dude. Yeah. Or else this place will become a madhouse if I turn my head for 5 minutes.
It's gonna burn down to the ground if I don't check him.
Yeah, it's called being penny wise and pound foolish. Right? It's like, oh, I'm worried about the nickel and dime on this dude and his little fucking lateness. You're not thinking of the big picture. Like, oh yeah, people are gonna quit. People are gonna fucking, rub their dick all over the hamburgers or whatever. Whatever people in the restaurant industry do. You know what I mean? Just like, it comes out, you pay for it later.
You don't really want to even. I've never done anything. Yeah. Like, ever, I promise.
You've been in the proximity of these cats.
I done seen some shit, man. Working in the restaurant industry since I was 18. Like, I'm telling you, what you see in the movies is true. Don't play with people who play with your food. I'm just warning everybody. It's just like, I'm not naming names or places, but it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Is it really worth to send that food back? like get a refund.
Yeah.
And just be respectful even when you're angry, because like it's true.
Yeah.
Y'all done got back.
I don't
Who
even.
knows what?
Yeah. I don't even like if it's a slight thing about whatever I got on my meal. I don't even get bent out of shit. Like if I sit down and you're my waiter and I order like, tacos or something, I get a burrito or just it's something I can stomach. Then I'll oh, okay, this is what I'm having now. If I ordered a burrito and you gave me spaghetti, I'd be like, oh, there's spaghetti. Okay.
Spaghetti? That is alright.
It's just it's two different things, but I like both of them, so I'm like, why not
Nice.
just? It's again, it comes back to that like I can bitch about the little thing. I can bitch about it's like me bitching about being a minute late, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'll just leave him alone. I'll just eat. I'm okay with it. This works for me.
Yeah, as long as it like works, you know what I mean. That's
Yeah.
It's not, and I'm not picky with my food either. Like honestly, I actually like prefer to get kind of same things sometimes anyway, just because I don't venture out too much with food.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to make no sweat over nothing like that for the server or the manager. I know how that works, and also just because I don't want to send food back and get something disgusting back. It's like, you could have had a spaghetti, but now you're getting like spaghetti and like DNA.
Yeah.
You
That's
didn't
not
ask for that.
That's not Parmesan cheese.
No, it's not at all.
It's a different kind of cheese we got going on here.
Right. If you would have just shut your mouth, you know. So it's like,
yeah, and it's just like, it's just I don't know. It's the little things that you just let them go. It's just all right, man. I just don't get why people. On the other hand, I don't go out to eat that much either.
same.
Because it's just like I can't sit in a place because I'm worried about the server and the thing. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing as being in a strip club. I'm like, these poor girls. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Oh, I never went before. I want to eventually.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, fucking. I haven't been in a while. That'd be cool.
You just have to be 18, right?
I think so.
Because I know they have to have alcohol there. So
I think it's better to be 21 than just go in. But
the idea of it is like just still funny. Like I think it's like men.
yeah,
This is a man-made idea that we came up with. Like, well, I'm assuming. Well,
yeah. It's funny to go to see the type of dudes who were in those spots. Like, just the dweebs who were like, I like you got strip clubs and then you have titty bars. Titty bars are great because it's a bar. Everyone's sitting at a bar. There's titties in the bar. You know what I mean? There's the bar, she's here. And she's like in the middle and she's walking back and forth and doing her shit. That's great because I'm drinking, I'm chilling, there's entertainment, but I'm also chilling at a bar.
okay.
I like it for that. When it's a whole production, a scene, it's a club, and it's all. Oh my god, there's a little too much. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy the casual nature of a titty bar.
It seems like it could be overwhelming for the whole club, the whole strip club scene part. Like you were thinking, I'd probably end up just sticking with like something small like the titty bar.
That's great. It's
in
cozy.
general. Because it's not gonna be too uncomfortable for me because obviously as a homosexual, like if the boobs don't do anything for me.
Yeah,
but
you're.
because of that, it is more comfortable for me. If that makes sense, because I'm not seeing anything that's gonna get me aroused or anything like that.
Yeah.
I can chill here and it'll be completely fine. Boobs don't bother me.
It's not a high pressure situation.
Yeah, if they're dancing and stuff like that, I find it entertaining. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So that's why I want to just go for the first time because I'm like, this has to be funny. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to throw some like ones or whatever. Apparently, I'm cheap though, so it's a good thing that I'm not. Because like I'm not gonna give you all my money.
Well, and the cool thing is the etiquette at the titty bar is you have all your ones on the bar, right?
Okay.
And when the chick she swings through, she does her dance, she does whatever, and then when she comes up and she hops off the bar and hops off the stage and like walks around, you give her $1.
Okay.
So you can just coast for an hour off of like a couple bucks. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like, oh damn, I gotta hand you. Yeah, if you don't get a lot, like lap dances are expensive.
Can you cash app them though? Like I wonder. That's what I wonder. Are we cash apping now? Because we're moving into a digital currency kind of world.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you just like cash up your stripper now? Because I totally would. It's like zoop, zoop.
I seen a clear pair of heels with a Cash App QR code on once. So yeah, if they're tech savvy enough, you can do that.
Nice.
So yeah, yeah. The strip club titty bars are like it's a scene you gotta. It's interesting. It's something you gotta check out. But I feel like the best move to make is, I mean, for me, for a straight dude, the best move is to just roll in and kind of not pay too much attention to the chicks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just my move. I roll in. I'm having beers. I'm with whoever. I'm enjoying the entertainment. I'm looking at the talent. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. But that's just my move in general is I don't want to be this ogling fucking dude. Like, damn, what's up, man?
Yeah, you don't want to be the creep.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even want to let them know. Just like I give them the, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, just real polite, real just. Oh, okay, you're right. But then go right back to my shit. Like give them a little something, and then. So anyway, the Eagles, you know, like, and just that's the 2-step. That's my move. You know what I mean?
I respect that. Honestly,
yeah.
That's a cool way to go about it. It's chill, it's relaxed.
Dude, as a youth, when I was getting no puss, I did the opposite. I was always like, "Oh, what's up with you, girl? You're looking nice as shit." You know what I mean? Fuck it, damn, I'm the Don. How you living? You know?
Vagina.
Yeah, it was a thing, and now it's like I realized the move is just treat them like people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're just a person. You know what I mean? Just and then let them kind of do their thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like less is more with chicks. You know?
I can see that.
Yeah, and just I feel like at this like. I really enjoy just at the titty bar, just looking at everything, and then, you know, I might do like a lap dance. You know what I mean? I might, hey, you wanna, you know what I mean? But like, I slow play that shit. You know what I mean? I'm too cool. I'm not. I'm okay. I don't really need. You know what I mean? I just
don't jump to it. Okay.
I just let it ride, and then until they're like, come on, man. Funny time. The second time I went to a titty bar, this chick, I swear to God, she came stomping out the back after. Like after some time went by and she did her show, and she yelled at me for not getting a lap dance with her. She was like I was talking to her sister who was also working, and she's like, "Sean, are we gonna do this lap dance or not?" And I was like, "Hey man, I just kind of came to chill, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, all right, you know what I mean? Like it was funny. I kind of started ragging on her a little, like." I mean, now no, right? Like, I already was just trying.
Just like, come on with it. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was just this whole, like, she got visibly angered. Like, not to the point where they were like, hey, you gotta chill, but it was like, she was really giving the hard sell of, like, come on, am I gonna rub my pussy against you or not? Like, this whole, she meant it, dude.
That's being aggressive with your customer.
Yeah, and I was just like... Dude, I'm just sitting here chilling, talking, and having a beer. Like it's like 4 p.m. on a Friday. I think I'm gonna fucking jizz on myself right now, you know. And that's the move too. You really, you know, you want to dress appropriately for the titty bar.
I was thinking that.
You don't want to wear like jeans are no good.
No.
Nah, because they look good, but like you want something like thin, like a khaki. You know what I mean? You want to get the most bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if you do go to do a lap dance or some shit, you know what I mean? Like if it's that time, alright, cool. Now you feel, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like...
I mean, you want to feel, I'm assuming you want to, yeah, you're paying for a lap dance, so you want a real, if you're, that's those guys, if you got everything all tight and all that.
Yeah. The move basically is try to nut. Like, just... Okay, you know what I mean? Just, yeah, it's really it's a fucked up game.
I see. I didn't know that. Is it really that's the move?
I mean, for me it is. I think, but I think for most scumbags it is.
Is it expensive?
Yo, so one time I got a lap dance. It was like $20 a song. So like a song, a 3-4 minute song goes by, $20. Some spots are 10.
Okay.
Some spots are more than 20. But yeah, you can, you know what I mean? Like...
That's really cheap, I feel like. That's a good price. I don't know what a good price is supposed to be. This is all, you know, but I'm like, that actually doesn't sound horrible,
It's not hard, yeah, $20. It's like, alright, cool.
Oh, wait, no, it's not as reasonable, or...
I think $20 is a little too much. I feel like 10's like the right... I feel like 10... Well, here's the problem. The 10's too little. Now she's really fucking working. You know what I mean? It's a job. 20 is... Cool, we're gonna have a little fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little fun. You're not.
Well, what?
And, you know, I mean, I guess it depends on the chick. You know what I mean?
Wait, so did she end up giving you the dance after, like, 6?
Oh, yeah. So, Yeah, my first lap dance was funny because we went for like 6 songs. And because I guess I hadn't been with a chick in a while, and we went to this titty bar, and she took me in the back, started doing the dance. So like for like 3 or 4 songs, she's dancing. I think like I laid in her lap and cried for a song. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, it was just weird. It got really weird, dude. Strippers, they see some weird shit, I think. And
I would imagine.
sometimes dudes just talk or whatever. It's like a cheap way to not have a girlfriend, you know? It's like, if you really... I'm the kind of dude, I can go forever without touch or fucking or anything. But, like, it was weird, dude, because it had been a minute. And when we were doing all this shit, I was like, oh, fuck. And, like, she was kind of letting me doing shit that she, you know, was not really in the rule book.
Okay. I got you.
And, yeah, I was like, oh, Jesus. Like, fucking, I need to get a life. Like, that's how I felt when I went out. I was like, that was, shit. It felt great, but, like, yeesh, I need to get a masseuse every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, I realize I'm, like, deprived of human touch, and it's just, like, it's okay for me, but, like, I can imagine for some dudes it ain't.
Like, damn, I need some help. I gotta get, like you said, get touched a little bit, dude.
Yeah, it was just a weird thing. And then, like, it was funny because I came out from out the back, and this chick and this dude walked past, and my homie I was with was like, hey, when, like, he's looking at the chick, hey, when are you going up? And dude was like, that's my fucking girlfriend, dude.
Yo.
I was like, all right, man, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Time to go.
I'm over here at the ATM. I'm getting 2 bank fees off of this shit.
It's been real.
You're about to get your ass beat. Yeah.
That's why you don't do safe. That's like, it's just like assuming that someone's like, oh, when do you do for your baby? It's just like, anything you don't know exactly 100% what a woman, just try to be a little careful.
I mean, this good looking chick walks in, but like a big brolic fucking bodyguard's behind her, you know, like a you know, like a fucking JoJo character, you know.
So that's reasonable. I mean, not, you know, to assumption it wasn't outlandish.
I think from what I barely remember, I think he probably should have just shut his mouth, but like, no, but he was so brazen about it too. He was just like, yo, when are you going up? And basically laughing at the other guy. It's like, dude.
So your girlfriend looks like a stripper, man.
Yeah. I mean, she might have been. I don't know. I didn't stick around to find out.
Could be as well.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's, you know what, dude? That's, hold up, man. It's October. We'll knock out the Halloween party. Yeah, let's do the titty bar.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to say, well, yeah, let's just try it. Because I'll definitely tell you guys how it went.
Yeah.
Because I've never done it before.
We'll put the footage up on TikTok.
Yes. Well, what they'll let me. But it's on the bucket list. I might as well, and it'll be comfortable for me. So, like, who not better to go to a titty bar than Titty Man? So,
all right,
you know what I mean?
In many ways.
He knows about all the titties.
I have titties.
He likes the titties, you know what I mean?
All titties, 24/7.
I'm not going to go with another gay guy. It's not going to be the same. So, as long as, you know, you look out for me, you have my back. I've never been in this atmosphere before.
Yeah, you need a dude who, like, knows the streets.
Right, you know what I mean? I don't want to be the guy saying what your friend said to, you know, a guy and his girlfriend, so.
Yeah. I wonder what they do now in titty bars with, like, COVID. I wonder how that's happening, you know what I mean? Like,
is she wearing, like, a mask? Is that, like, or are we just...
Dude, I hope I walk in, she's only wearing masks to cover her parts.
She could use the masks and make it as, like, a bikini.
Yeah, you got the mask bikini. She's covering the puss with one mask. You know, yeah.
She can spray her lap with, like, Lysol and stuff like that before she, like, gives you a dance and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
you know, Lysol spray down on my dick.
It's all about being responsible and respectful.
Better clean that dick.
As long as you be responsible, boom. Like, wash the dick.
Yeah. Yep. Omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage. Oh, yeah. October's going to be a fun month. Party, boobs.
I'm with it.
What else? Your birthday.
Yeah,
What else happens in October? I think that's about... I will tell you guys when we see Halloween, me and Karen are going to go out to see that. Probably the day it comes out, so I'll tell you guys how that goes as well. And I think we are ready to close out this one. Yep. We're not done with the spooky stuff or anything like that. We're going to talk all kinds of topics for the month of October. I'm just excited and happy that we've made it to episode 4. Yeah. This is pretty dope. I hope you guys are enjoying, you ladies and gents and guys and monsters, because this is fun. Honestly, it's really chill.
Yeah, I like this shit.
I've gotten a lot more comfortable too. So just stick with us. It's gonna be a lot more fun stuff and a lot more geekdom. And next week we're also gonna talk about some anime too. Some gory anime. If any of you guys are into like really dark stuff, which if you're watching this, I'm assuming you are. We're going to be talking about those subjects as well. Do a little trick-or-treating, hopefully, too. Stuff our faces with some candy. I don't know what... Do you have an idea you're going to dress as?
Ooh. I don't know yet. You?
Honestly, I think I'm just going to go like the whole easy route. I'm just going to use some fangs. I'm just going to probably be a drunk vampire or something like that. As a cosplayer I'm already doing projects. So Halloween is my time where I actually can just like not make my costume a big deal. I know it sounds but it's just like something chill. Because I honestly want to I want to get wasted.
I'm going to go as Ted Kaczynski. I think that's the fucking move. Just jumpsuit, keep the beard.
Or I might...
Start ranting about the internet.
Or we can go as
liberals.
The thingies from Among Us that they make, the little like astronaut little things.
Oh yeah, Among Us is kind of the move. Like it's easy to do too. Just get a onesie.
Yep, literally. Or we can be the man versions of those Powerpuff Girls.
Yo, I would go as the Powerpuff Girl. We go all 3 of us to match.
Like what? What's with it?
Big brolic, hairy, smelly fucking Powerpuff Girl. Just with
a cigar.
Just with a my man got the cigar coming out the side of the mask.
Oh, priceless.
Yo, we get all the thing. One has a cigar. One's got a flask. What other?
Someone's got the pocket knife. Someone's got a...
Yeah, like a butterfly knife. Fucking, and we just roll up on people's doors like, hey.
Just in case some shit gets real.
Yo, that'd be fucking wild. That would be some serial killer shit. The last thing they see is 3 grown-ass Powerpuff Girls smoking and drinking on your front step.
In a suburban neighborhood.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's the best. Because you see crazy shit downtown. If you want to see any crazy, go in Center City. But, yeah, that'll be fun. So it's going to be an eventful month for us. I hope that is an eventful month for everybody else.
Yeah. So we got some spooky shit lined up. And we got We're gonna talk about gory, scary anime. Mm-hmm. We got some
and scary stories about... So Don actually has an interesting scary story that's happened to him. I haven't thought of which one I want to use yet, but he has one.
I'll tease it real quick. I once saw a centaur, and I'll tell you more about it on episode 5.
Oh, nice.
Turned out it wasn't a centaur. But...
I'm curious. Okay. Oh, man.
It was a centaur for a while. It was a centaur. You know what I mean? Like, until... I figured out that it couldn't have been.
So get ready for that one, guys, because that sounds like that's going to be a Looney Tune one. Yeah. But happy October, guys. Happy Halloween. Thanks for watching episode 4. If you want to follow us, remember, you can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on TikTok. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter. And we have a YouTube channel, too, that we're working on. We've just recorded some footage of this episode as well. Everything is pretty much Akeem The Don pod on everywhere. So we'll put a link, obviously.
Yeah. Link's in the description.
Link is always in the description. That is episode 4. Trick or treat, smile my feet, give me something great to eat.
Give me some sweet pussy to eat.
Give me all your money, honey. Batman laid an egg. Wait, how's the song? Oh, is that that's a Christmas one, right?
Yeah, that's the remix.
Oh, that's not how.
Remember, Jingle Bell.
That's Jingle
Christmas.
Bell. Oh, so disrespectful. I need to know. Okay,
it's coming up though. We're foreshadowing.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Give me all your candy. Give me all your money. Give me self-respect. I need all the honey.
Give me your candy or I'm going to show you my dick.
Oh, we saw Candyman too. Well, also, all right, guys.
I'm going to go in a trench coat. I'm going to trick-or-treat in a trench coat and that's it. And flip-flops.
I know what you did last summer. Wait, no, the hashling and slasher from SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
You just need a spatula and you're all good.
Nice.
And I can be, I'll be Malcolm X. All I need is the mustache, right?
I don't want to make it.
Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next week for episode 5. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.